going, Dan?
That's going pretty good.
What's been happening in your life?
Is this Monday?
This is Monday, Dan.
It was just Friday the other day.
Yeah, about 3 days ago.
I don't remember a thing.
Seriously, I don't believe that.
No.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did.
Did you do a little exploring?
I went out and explored the new property.
Yeah, well, y'all have heard him talk about the fact that he has purchased a piece of remote property.
Yes. Yeah, it's a remote.
You're finding out just how remote it is.
Pretty remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's right on a creek, and the creek was roaring because of all the rain.
Sure.
Of course. And it was like, you just want to go out and just sit.
You'll be doing a lot of that, won't you?
Yeah, and there's a waterfall there too.
How much
nice.
acreage do you have?
12.
That'll be a nice little exploration.
Yeah, and it's all woods. It's all woods all around, and a lot of people that there's a place I can go on the website and I can look at tracts of land in counties, and you can see who owns the property.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Now,
handy.
I'm not telling you where that's at.
You should tell me.
I will. Anyway, a lot of the people that own property out there they don't even live here.
They just own the property.
Have blocks of 40 acres, and it's all woods around the area.
Right.
It's really, 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 really secluded.
You're not going to clear any. I mean, will you have to clear anything at all?
No, the house is cleared. It's got probably 2 or 3 acres cleared, and the rest of it's woods, which I like. I like that.
Right. No yard mowing. Or is there a yard?
Yeah, there is a yard. There's
a
flat area there next to the creek there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a cool place. You'll have to keep us updated as all that transpires and all that mess.
Pretty nice, yeah.
Well, good.
It's got 2 low water bridges, which is a minus, but if it's not raining, it's no big deal. You just go over,
What if it's raining? Are you stuck?
You stay at home.
Are you going to be calling me and going, I can't get out?
Probably do that, yes.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the water got up pretty high. I mean, you can tell when a deluge of rain comes through the area. Mm-hmm. You can tell how high the creeks are, but by all the leaves that are stuck in the outgrowth of bushes and whatever, got up pretty high.
Okay, people, there you go. Dan may be MIA coming up in the near, I don't know how distant future, but you never know. It could happen. Mm-hmm. I guess when it rains, I'm going to have to go, I'll be texting you.
We'll see. I could stay in my truck on the other side of the bridge for the night. Just stay in the truck.
Does that mean I have to invite you to my house?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
By the way, I went to Pink this weekend.
Oh, yeah, you showed me some video.
That was phenomenal.
I think it'd be cool just to hook yourself up with a harness, like you were showing me a video of her floating across. She was floating across the audience.
Yeah.
And she had 2 pieces of clothing on. A skimpy bottom and a skimpy top.
And then, it's like a halo thing that went around her waist.
Yeah, and she could spin.
Y'all, it was
cool.
It was amazing.
We need one of those here in the studio.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I could
right
float
out here
around.
in the lobby.
No, I'll do it right
here. You
here.
want it right here?
I want it right here. I want to float around the lobby, just push myself around.
I think that'd be a blast after you got over the terrifying moments of trying to do it.
Well, she does that every night.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not a big deal for her.
No, and she was a gymnast at some point. She studied gymnastics.
Didn't look like much of a gymnast, though.
Well, you try and get up there and do that without some sort of...
It looks weird. It looks cumbersome. But, there's no way to float around without some kind of apparatus.
No, we don't float.
Yeah.
We don't just float, people.
Well, you've seen these magicians. They're not magicians.
Levitating.
They're illusionists.
Yes.
This one guy, I can't think of his name now. He was at the Luxor which is the
Vegas.
In the pyramid. And he was at the very top, inside, and he floated all the way down. I'm thinking,
how did he do that?
How'd you do that?
Yeah. That's magic.
Was there air pushing him up, or how'd that work?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I don't know. So is it demonic?
I don't know.
Is it magic?
I don't know. Wow. Well, it's Monday.
If anyone out there has actually floated, I'd like you contact me.
Yeah, Yes, we want to have you on the show.
I just want to go watch them float.
I want to.
Not in the river. None of that stuff.
They're not going to talk to us on here about their secret anyway. And you also went to the circus.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember the
something Zappa.
Yeah,
dang it.
Something. Hold on a second.
Piccolo.
That's it. Piccolo Zeppa or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it wasn't a big top, but the tent was quite large. The tent.
Well, you can see it.
It's a round tent, And the thing of it is, the whole show just mesmerized me.
Take you back to being your youth.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to mesmerize me, and I was laughing so hard. It was just fun. It was just fun, and they're going to be here till
the 17th is their last
Saturday.
Day, right? Okay.
And I have invited, I think the manager or the ringleader or whatever to come in and talk to us Wednesday. And hopefully he'll bring some of the acts and talk about some of the acts. But it's just, you just can't help but smile, and it's well worth the money that we spent.
Well, I'm going to have to
you need to go.
I'm going to have to get there this week. Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
We'll try to get him in on Wednesday.
That would be really cool to be able to talk to him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just the whole story of the history, because his wife is the relative of the...
Like the original?
Yes. Back in the 1800s, they started the circus, and they worked with...
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great interview for
sure. A big history there, and stuff like that. The only way it would die is if you quit doing it. And you see something like this, and you say, don't ever stop.
Yeah.
Don't ever stop.
Well, good. I'm glad that was a good time.
Fun. Really fun.
So, do you want to talk some weather here? It looks a little bit sunny out there with a high of 67 today, so pleasant. And then mostly clear tonight with a low of 42. Tomorrow is mostly sunny, 63. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 42. Wednesday, a 50% chance of showers and a high of 65. And then Wednesday night, a low of 41. And before I continue, Happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
To all those who have served. We appreciate your service very, very much.
Absolutely. Our freedom would be non-existent.
Exactly.
Without that.
And they have several activities going on today for veterans.
Yes.
So starting at 11 at the Creekside Community Center for one.
Okay. Good
and I'll let you take Thursday.
Thursday we have sunny conditions out and about. High 63. Thursday night low 38.
Wow.
I hope we get some little bit of scraping going on, maybe.
Scraping?
Yeah, on the windshield. Because you don't have to worry about that. You've got a garage.
Well, true.
Friday, sunny with a high near 65 degrees and a low 41. Saturday and Sunday, the high is going to be around 66 to 69 degrees.
Okay, wow. That was fun.
Yeah. Good.
Pleasant weather. Doesn't look bad at all.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and Dan, you picked some good topics to ponder this week.
Did I really?
Well, this one, okay, I'm just going to start. Okay, let's just dive into it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
I'm going to read it. Should college be provided for free? It is.
What a question to ponder.
No kidding, Dan. And that is up on our Facebook page, and you may have already responded. But should college be provided for free? I guess I would like to say that I think that would be awesome, but somebody's going to pay for it.
You know,
it's not free. College is not free.
The taxes that we pay, it should be free.
Right.
The taxes that the tax that we give every year. I wish we had some kind of oversight on the money that's spent and how it's spent. You start looking at some of the pork belly crap that our government spends, and you would say, yeah, let's give the kids an education.
Right.
Rather than that.
Some of the crap that they do provide money for. You know, and I know Elon Musk is supposed to help. I think with Trump's whole presidency and in that
Well,
respect,
he's gonna look at the waste.
but I don't know. Not everybody's gonna be happy. Whatever, either way.
Well,
Not everyone will end up being happy about it.
If you were in, if you had a job in the government, where you were making $60,000-$80,000 a year,
right?
And your job was going to be cut, you wouldn't be happy either.
No.
Yeah. So
Right.
I mean, I get it. You know, you were hired for a certain purpose, for whatever department that got that pork belly money.
Right.
But you know, we need to realize that this whole nation is about the people. It's not about your job, your position, your power. It's not about that. It's about satisfying the people first.
Right.
I think we should have free health care. But that's just me. And I've always been a proponent of, if you have an accident, you should have access to free care to get yourself where you're back. If you break an arm,
Right.
fix the arm, we're back
I hadn't really thought about
being
it.
productive again.
And I'm not advocating for a socialist environment
Right.
whatsoever with health care, because I don't want the government telling me what I can and can't do as far as my health. But I see what you're saying too. It ought to be affordable for people, because it is
right.
ridiculous. I mean,
I don't mind
there's so
paying for-
much crap in the insurance industry that it's just a mess.
Yeah, I don't mind paying for health care, but
Right.
don't charge me $1,500 a month for it.
Right.
I mean, where am I? I have to get another job.
It's crazy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we want to know your thoughts. The graphic is up on our Facebook page, and we want to know what you think. What's this? You read the question.
The question is, should college be provided for free?
There you go. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
I thought about it, so I blame me.
Dan's coming up with some thought-provoking, harder than I was. Topics to ponder.
Well, I'm a thought
You are,
provoking.
yeah.
I'm a deep thinker.
Yeah.
Some people don't like what I have to say, but just think about it. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to.
He's not trying to sway or influence you. Just they're just topics to ponder.
Topics to ponder.
All right, and now we'll go to Today in History. How
Let's
about
do that.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
With a name, he died for freedom. Now nameless, he will live as freedom's hero.
103 years ago, that would be in 1921, the remains of an unidentified American service member were interred in a tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery in a ceremony presided over by President Warren G. Harding. Reporter Tom Hale spoke of the unknown soldier's legacy as the remains crossed the Atlantic from France to Washington,
Okay.
D.C.
Didn't know who he was.
I did not either. There you go.
Okay.
12 Houston, 1 minute to LOS. You can go encoder on. Roger. Have fun.
This was 58 years ago today. Gemini 12 blasted off on a 4-day mission with astronauts James A. Lovell and Edwin Buzz Aldrin Jr. aboard. It was the 10th and final flight of NASA's Gemini program. The crew had to manually rendezvous and dock with the Gemini Agena target vehicle after the radar malfunction. I watched this
Wow, yeah.
live as a kid.
Wow.
I loved the space program. I even had a G.I. Joe with a Gemini space capsule. It was about this big. Oh, yeah.
Of course you did.
You float them in, and then you float them out, and you go.
It's just like real life.
Yeah.
You made all the noises, didn't you?
I did.
I knew you did.
All of them. I knew them all.
I am today announcing my intention to nominate United States Circuit Judge Anthony Kennedy to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court.
37 years ago today, after the Supreme Court nominations of Robert Bork and Douglas Ginsburg failed, President Reagan tried again. Anthony Kennedy won Senate confirmation. He retired, though, in 2018.
Okay.
While While these protesters marching through the streets of Ramallah chanted they'd accept no leader but Arafat, other Palestinians are hopeful that a new leadership will take hold, more democratic and less reliant on one individual.
20 years ago today, and back in 2004, Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat died at the hospital near Paris. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick gathered reaction in the West Bank.
Okay.
What is it that you really like to do? Eat.
64 years ago today, this is a birthday cut. Actor Stanley Tucci was born. His roles include Julia Child's husband in Julie and Julia. Did you see that movie?
No, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I like Meryl Streep as an actress.
I love you. I really love you.
Ditto.
This is another birthday cut. Back in 1962, 62 years ago today, actress Demi Moore was born. Among her many roles was opposite Patrick Swayze in Ghost. That was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was just a good movie.
Flick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Excuse me while I go and projectile vomit on Al Gore.
Yay.
Well, okay, 60 years ago today, actress Callista Flockhart was born. Her roles have included a conservative activist on Brothers and Sisters, and evidently that was one of the lines from that.
Okay.
Okay.
The Scamerhorns was one of the oldest families in New York. They didn't run the city, but they was listened to quite carefully by them that did.
Actor Leonardo DiCaprio was born. He is 50 today, among as many roles as that of a 19th century Irish American in Gangs of New York.
All right, there's your Today in History for this fine Monday morning. What is this, November the 11th?
Yes.
Okay. We have waiting in the lobby Wanda Massengale, who comes every couple of weeks with a pet, and she represents the Ozark Humane Society and will have a pretty little kitten, I believe. I saw Hillary out there holding this kitten. You know, we tried to talk Hillary into taking the last one home.
Yes.
That didn't work, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
But we'll go to break, and when we return, Wanda Massengale will be in the studio with us. Stay with us.
Streaming live on Facebook and Hometown TV, channel 26.1.
Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann, and we have in the studio Wanda Massengale, who is with us representing the Ozark Humane Society. And if you can see there, Dan has our featured kitty of the day, Thumbelina. Thumbelina's little girl, right?
Yes, she is. And she has thumbs on her front legs, which is very rare.
Oh.
And that's how she got her name. She's 2 months old, and she was found on the side of a highway.
Aw, bless her heart.
She isn't fixed yet, but she will be when she gets old enough, and more weight on her as well. Her adoption fee is $75.
Here, where do you want her? There.
And Pierce, the one I brought on that is waiting for Hillary, is still out there.
Did you tell her that?
Yes, I told her exactly that.
I'm sure you did, because I told her that we had a little kitty coming named, Thumbelina, and she was awfully excited about that. But I think she's just going to love on them here. I'm not sure she's ready to take them all home.
And Tiger, that I brought on several weeks ago, was in the tower at the thrift store in the cat tower.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell us more about Thumbelina here.
Well, as I said, she'll be fixed when she's old enough, but $75 for all the shots and flea and tick and this spaying is pretty reasonable.
Right. And these little kitties are out there at the Humane Society, or in dogs, both, but it's if you're thinking about a pet for Christmas time or something in this season, is a great time to go out to the Humane. Any time is a great time.
Right,
But go out and check out the animals there. That they're very loving and very sweet. Any of them we've had on here are eating up the love.
And there are different breeds and sizes of dogs, but with this setup, as I've said, it's hard to bring one of them, but they are out there and they are sweet.
You betcha.
I asked about October adoption numbers, 11 dogs and 8 cats, so that was 19. They have 23 dogs in-house and 17 cats, so that's 40 that they're taking care of. And I asked about adoption for this year, and so far 201 pets have been adopted from the shelter this year.
Hey,
which is really great.
That's good.
And then I talked to Kay Waters last night, who's the Ozark Humane Society board president, and she gave me some information. As of right now, the spay neuter clinics that the Humane Society puts on have spayed or neutered 561 pets so far this year.
That's amazing.
And they have one more clinic, which is December 10th. And the dates for 2025 is not, I don't know the dates of the next year's spay and neuter clinics, but a person can go on Facebook or even at Calls or Paws and get the information, and then you register online.
On the Ozark Humane Society
.org
website.
Right. And Facebook gives a link too.
Okay.
Which is, I like registering online better because you don't have to wait in line outside the door. You can't go up there.
Where are you going, Thumbelina?
You can't go up there, Thumbelina. They have a $25,000 grant they got from Arkansas Animal Rescue Foundation, which has helped remodel the puppy queue because they had to take the roof off down to the studs to fix the leak in the mold, and that is helped to reimburse.
Well, thankfully, that's wonderful.
And they're going to use what they have left for the runs for the pets.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. I mean, that's wonderful. Yeah, that helps a lot.
The Subaru Foundation gave $4,000 grant earlier this spring to help with some of the things they needed.
Let's have a cat lover or animal lover at Subaru.
Something,
yeah.
The Bissell Pet Foundation is doing an event December 1st through 17th on Empty the Shelters, and there'll be a discount adoption fee for dogs and cats, and I do not know how much, but
stay tuned, you'll find out.
Yeah, it will. And then I took a picture, which I told you last time, but I didn't write down the name of the salon, but anytime anyone adopts or donates or volunteers, the name goes into a drawing for something that Olive Branch Salon is giving.
Okay.
One is a manicure pedicure, and one's a haircut and style. Is the wing, and it ends December 1st.
So check out Olive View Salon. I don't know where that is, but
Olive Branch.
But
Olive Branch.
Olive Branch. Sorry, Olive Branch Salon. And I guess you can probably Google that and find out more information about them.
Where the location is too.
Yeah.
And then the Angel Trees places will be announced, but a person can donate anytime. It doesn't have to be just the Christmas trees.
And you know that there'll be at least one angel tree at Cause for Pause.
Right.
So I'm sure there's other ones,
Yes.
but that's where you can for sure find one.
She's just purring away. Also, people need to remember the Pictures with Santa.
Oh, that's right. Do you have a date yet on that?
But she said that the board is going to meet, but she's thinking maybe the 7th and 14th of December, and it'll be at Calls for Pause.
Right.
I took Sugar Baby one year, and I got pictures of her with a pet bull, a miniature bull.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How cute.
I forgot his name, but yeah, that was really cute.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just that they're just always doing something.
Well, you have to.
With the
have
pets.
to keep,
And,
have to keep the funds coming through and keep
then,
the interest up.
Right, and then Angela, when it gets real bad weather, says she starts at 6 in the morning. She sleeps there and finishes probably 9 at night.
Which you just mentioned the winter, and that's something that's, I mean, the weather's starting to change. It's going to get colder. I always try to provide, they have some of these places that have blankets that are inexpensive, and you can donate those and take them to Cause for Pause. I guess you could drop them off there.
Sure.
I would think. And I mean, they had some at Walmart. It was like $4,
and then
you could buy several of those and provide a blanket for the animals.
Another thing too is after the holidays over, they sometimes like Dollar General and stuff put them on sale. Cat litter is always needed, dry and wet cat food,
right?
Dog food, especially the wet, is always needed. And that figure on the 561 animals that have been fixed for the from the spay and neuter clinics. They've also fixed pets from the shelter, and all that totaled up to 762.
Oh my goodness! Listen, people. Thumbelina is purring. Oh, how sweet!
Wouldn't she have a good time if someone adopted Pierce and her together? When those kittens
yeah, they'd have
cute?
a blast.
Well,
they'd be active.
They'd entertain each other.
They would entertain each other.
You really need a pair.
Thumbelina just wants to sit there and be held and be petted. How cute. Well, Thumbelina is available for adoption, right? Well, she will be. She's young.
Someone could put her on, fill out an application, put her on hold, because they fix them before they're sent out.
Right.
How many more weeks do you know?
Well, she's only 2 months, so I'm not going to say. I think she needs some more weight on her before she's put to sleep and fixed.
Okay.
But you can call the Ozark Humane Society and find out all that information and tell them you saw Thumbelina on here or whatever.
Yeah.
And find out the details on when you could take her home and all those kind of things. The Humane Society will be able to answer that for you. So she's available, and she's awfully sweet. And she's purring like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan, you need to take her home. You just got a kid. Yeah.
I just got a new kitty.
No, okay. Wanda, do your magic. No.
Do my sales pitch. I think anyone that knows Hillary needs to put pressure on her about Pierce.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a pressure. I'm not. I won't do that. But you can.
No,
I don't like pressure sales. So I'm like, no.
She's in love with him, but the right person will come along.
For sure.
Yeah, they will.
Somebody will.
Yeah.
They will.
Go out to the Humane Society
Yeah.
and check out all the animals that are there and available for adoption. There's dogs, there's cats, and kittens and pups and the whole gamut.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, and Calls for Paws, donations and purchase. So.
Yep.
You bet. I went in there the other day. They always have stuff.
And it's different.
Right. I went in there and bought a lamp. Like $5.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, That was a deal. That was a steal of a deal. Anyway, we want you to go out to the Humane Society and check out all the animals.
And everyone does their own help in whatever the organization is or whatever, and that's great.
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go to break, and thank you, Wanda, for being in the studio and bringing sweet little Thumbelina that Dan is kind of gravitated towards. We invite y'all to stay with us while we go to break, or, well, be with us after the break, I should say.
Come on back.
Come back. We'll have some local information for you. All right. Thanks. Welcome back to Around the Table. We want to reiterate that there is a little kitty named Thumbelina that is at the Ozark Humane Society, and she will be available soon. Go check her out.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
What's up?
You know, they had a big Star Trek auction last week.
Oh, and did you buy some?
No. But, you know, people know that I like Star Trek.
Yeah.
I like the original series.
Right.
I like them all, but, you know, the original series is it really ushered in all the technology that we didn't have back then. Now it's like commonplace.
Right.
So when they have a communicator or whatever, it's a flip phone. There was no flip phones back in the 60s. So, I mean, it was like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
They had a big auction this, I think it was Thursday last week, a recent auction of more than 200 props from the Star Trek shows. That's all of the shows. There are several different shows, but sold for a combined $3.6 million.
Wow.
And these are some of the old props that were hanging around that they sold. And, you know, people don't understand that when they do a show like that, they don't know that it's going to be popular. So at the end of the show, they just throw the stuff away.
Really?
Yes.
Well, these people didn't.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason they kept it is because people loved the enthusiasm and loved the technology, and so they kept the little props here.
It was futuristic, back in the day. Yeah.
The highest bids were on items associated with the original Captain James T. Kirk, William Shatner stuff, including a once-thought lost phaser. You know what a phaser is? Are you busy?
What is the phaser? No, I was just looking. Sorry. No, tell me what the phaser is. Yeah.
It's a pistol.
Yeah.
And it shoots rays or lasers out of the end of it. It's a phaser that sold for more than $900,000, almost $1 million, almost $900,000, and William Shatner's communicator, which he used on the show, which sold for $780,000.
Wow.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine also brought in big bucks. A space station miniature sold for $254,000. That's more than 5 times the original estimate of what it was worth.
Wow. I guess they did okay.
Somebody did okay, yeah.
Whoever they is. Who's selling them?
I have Star Trek props, but they're not from the show. They look identical, and they're probably more functional than the original. The original props were just props.
They're fake. They're props.
Yeah, and you'd use them a couple times, and it'd fall apart, and then you'd have to remake them. And they had props called hero props, meaning that they were only used for close-ups because they were built heavier and more functional, and when you opened it, everything would work.
Oh.
The ones that other people held were just, plastic pieces.
But they made it look good.
Look good.
That's the beauty of all that, I guess. Yeah. Did you have another story? Otherwise, I'm going to do some cool stuff here.
Dopamine menus. Have you heard of this term?
No. Dopamine. Yes.
Dopamine menus. Menus.
M-E-N-U-S.
Can help keep the blues away this winter. And here's how to do it. A dopamine menu is one of the newest tricks used to fight seasonal depression. To get started, you'll need to figure out things that make you happy and then categorize them. Appetizers have the least amount of effort and the immediate payoff, like watching a cute animal video. That would be an appetizer. An entree involves a little more effort, but you can pair with sides to enhance the activity, like listening to music while cleaning the kitchen. I don't know. Does cleaning the kitchen give you dopamine?
Being clean does.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
And a dopamine desserts are treats you give yourself, like ordering takeout instead of dirtying the kitchen you just cleaned.
So it's all a psychological thing.
It is.
Period.
But it creates an actual drug in your body that makes you feel happy.
Because people do get seasonal depression. I don't like it. Lack of vitamin C is a little rough.
And D.
And D, yeah.
Sunlight.
Well, yeah, D, duh. Yeah. But yeah, I meant D.
Oh, you meant C? Oh, D.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
Well, it's been proven that if you get up in the morning and you say, I'm happy today.
I'm going to have a good day.
I'm going to have a great day. I'm not going to let anything bother me. I'm just going to overlook it. I'm going to be calm, cool, and collected. And you will take that attitude all the way through the day. If you...
Your mind over matter
Yeah.
is huge, in my humble opinion.
They also say that meeting deadlines at work mean more than what you think.
Okay, tell me about that.
Missing a deadline to submit a perfect project could do more harm than just getting it in. New research of people whose jobs involve reviewing the work of others shows tardy submissions that are judged more harshly than people who submit things on time, even if the work is identical. The only time investigators found Evaluators would cut people slack if they were alerted the submission was going to be late because of something beyond their control. But interestingly, there seems to be no benefit to early submissions.
Just get it in on time. That's all they want.
Yeah,
Get it in on time. It sounds like to me, right? Wow.
The reason I paused my mic, I thought my mic went off.
Oh.
My headphones went dead.
Oh.
So sorry about that.
So I want to talk about the Wicked movie, which is coming up. It's opening November the 22nd.
Now, this is based on Wizard of Oz, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it was from the perspective...
been the big musical from Glinda and the witches.
Perspective, okay.
Right. And it'll be quite interesting. I mean, I've seen it, but it's only the first half of what you would see on the Broadway show. So it'll be in 2 parts. So you only get half of it, people.
You mean when you go to the movie theater, you're only going to see the first?
Yeah, you're only going to see the first part. And then you'll have to wait for probably another year to see the second
Now,
part.
Kevin Costner did that with his Horizon movie. And Kelly and I went to see it. It was a little detached. It didn't seem like a completed movie. It was almost like, okay.
I don't know why they're doing that. I don't like it, but whatever.
I think they're trying to find ways to make a profit.
It's hype.
Yeah.
It's all hype.
All right.
So Mattel is now apologizing for the unfortunate error on the boxes of the dolls that they're selling in honor of that, inspired by the upcoming movie. Seems no one bothered checking to make sure the movie website on the packaging was correct. So turns out the leaks they did put up leads to an adult entertainment site.
Oh my gosh.
It's bad. Pretty problematic for dolls that are recommended for kids 4 and up.
You know who did that?
Who?
You know who did that mistake?
Who?
The guy that got fired from Boeing that didn't put the bolts in the plane.
Well, dadgummit, they gave him a new job and he flubbed that.
Well, I think he needs to retire.
Anyway, hey, what would you think about taking a little break right now, and then we'll come back and let's do some local stuff that's coming up in November, and then we'll
let's
round out with some more nutty
I'm
stories
with you.
or whatever stories
You're
you
in
got.
control.
I know, I like it. This one time until you call me and say I can't get in, then I'm not going to like it. Stay with us. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to Around the Table. Dan?
Yes, ma'am.
This Monday hour of Around the Table is almost over. You know that, right?
This one?
This one.
Oh.
Monday is almost fine.
Aren't we going 3 hours today?
No. You can speak for yourself. I will be out of here at 10.
Okay.
If you would like to continue on by your little lonesome, please be my guest.
I've got things to do.
Oh, yeah. Your important life.
It is. I've got to carry my head around with me all day.
Yeah, well, that's probably a lot.
It is.
Hey, you know what everybody can do on Thursday nights?
Trivia.
Yes, trivia night.
Yeah, I knew it.
At the Elks Club, and it's sponsored by the American Legion. And this might be a perfect opportunity to go test your skills. It's open to anybody.
Yeah.
It's at 6 p.m. at the Elks Club, and come test your trivia skills.
Your knowledge.
I bet they'll give you a. I'm not very good at trivia. It
I'm not
scares
either.
me.
I have a problem, and I talked with the pharmacist clerk worker the other day about somebody asks you a question and you know the answer, but it puts you under stress and you can't think of
it.
Yes.
Often.
That's what happens when I do trivia. So I can't.
I know. It's like I don't know anything and I know stuff.
If somebody comes in the room, I know exactly who that is, but I can't think of their name.
What do we attribute that to?
Well, I think it's, and then when they leave, oh, that's Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Jim. I knew that all along. I think it just put pressure on yourself to perform or something. Anyway, trivia night.
So go check that out at the Elks Club.
American Legion.
The American Legion will be sponsoring that at the Elks Club. Also, Moark Big Deals.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Okay, Black Friday's right around the corner, actually, and this is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of 20% off the entire site, which is moarkbigdeals.com. Yeah, additional 20% off everything when you check out.
I like a big deal, but I don't want to pay. I don't want stuff free.
No,
but I like to. I like to feel like
a bargain.
I like to feel like I have the upper hand.
Do you?
Yeah, like this thing that I've got here. This thing wholesales for $28, but I got it for $12.
You know what's funny though?
What's that?
In my opinion, marketing, they jack it up so the 20% doesn't mean crap.
Yeah.
I don't know about Moark Big Deals. I'm not bashing them.
No, sometimes,
but
and I've looked at some of the deals on Moark Big Deals. This is a way for the local business person to get their name out there.
Sure.
So they're investing. The price that they put on the item is a fair price to begin with, and they cut it in half.
Right.
So I mean, you're getting a pretty good deal.
I think they truly are cutting. Yeah. But I think sometimes you can go in a sale that some stores have sales all the time. So I'm thinking, you just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also coming up this weekend the Selfless Elf 5K.
Mm-hmm.
And that is on November 16th at 9 a.m. at the soccer complex. If you're interested in information about that, Joe Alexander is the man to call, and it's 870-416-5750. The sponsors for this Selfless Elf 5K is Harrison Police Department and the Boone County Office of Emergency Management and Grandma's House.
Okay.
So they're all working together to provide that. So, if that's your
and Skate Mania has a big, long list of events every week. And tomorrow, Tuesday, the 12th, they have adult night from 18 and older from 6 to 8.
Okay.
Okay.
And then coming up on the weekends, Worship on Wheels. So, I guess they'll be playing worship music.
Yeah.
And you can skate
That'd
to that
cool.
from 6 to 8. $5. That's pretty cheap entertainment right there.
Yeah.
You may, I'm not going to get on skates ever again, probably.
It's a little scary.
I need a walker.
It's cool to watch them, though, especially the kids. The kids have they're
good at it.
They are fearless.
Yep. Downtown Christmas Market's going to be happening downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about that?
I see it right here.
Okay, it's sponsored by Central Ozarks Farmers and Artisans Market, COFAM.
Okay.
So during their regular farmers market time, they will be doing from 9 to 3. They will be doing clothing, crafts, food, drinks, gifts, free entry fun for the family, and Christmas story reading at 9. And
cool.
Yeah,
nice.
You can buy you some Christmas presents that way. I think that'd be a great opportunity right there.
Kalikimaka.
Think
Mele
about that.
Kalikimaka. That's the
Mele
new Christmas.
Kalikimaka.
The Harrison Christmas Parade theme this year is a Hawaiian theme. It's a Christmas luau, and that's going to be happening December 2nd. We mentioned it's in December, but it's the first Monday after Thanksgiving.
Right. So you need to be getting in you need to contact Explore Harrison to get registered for a float and stuff.
Yeah.
You need to be thinking about that.
Yeah, and the theme is more of a luau. It's a luau type of thing. Yeah,
what?
It's a luau, like palm skirts, not grass skirts, and palm hats, and coconut.
Lays on your. You need to wear lei and all that mess.
Yeah.
And also, if sports cards is your jam, there's a sports card show that will be presented on November 23rd, and that will be at, next to Jones Physical Therapy there in the Jonas Shopping Center, 1411 North Main Street. It's free admission, dealer tables available, autographs, memorabilia, baseball, football, basketball, Pokemon, toys. There you are. Go check that out. All right. Do you know what today is?
It's time to go auto.
Okay, I'm going to. Thank you, Dan.
Today is Veterans Day, honoring the men and women who served in America's military. Most federal employees are off today.
Oh.
Why aren't we off?
That's right. I didn't think about that.
Oh, my gosh. That means that no banks or mail service and federal government's offices are closed. National parks will be free today, and the annual National Veterans Day observance at Arlington National Cemetery will take place at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central. With a moment of silence.
Okay.
It's also Veterans Day freebies. If you're a veteran, thank you for your service. Means here's some free pancakes today. Vets in active duty military get a free dine-in breakfast at IHOP and Denny's today. Dunkin' is giving free service and a free donut for your sacrifice. Starbucks will pour vets a small cup of coffee, and then Wendy's. TGI Fridays and Buffalo Wings are also offering freebies, but you'll need to show a military ID to get some of that.
And starting at 11 o'clock, as we mentioned earlier, is the Creekside Community Theater. They will have the Veterans Day celebration there, and there will be the Veterans Day Parade this afternoon, so stay tuned for all that.
Okay.
Yeah. Singles Day.
Singles Day?
Screw
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Okay. A celebration of being alone. It's also an excuse to buy yourself something snazzy. So go treat yourself to something if you're single.
Yeah.
There you go.
National Medal Day. First, you got to make a fist. Then stick out your index finger and your pinky finger. There you go. Now hold it up in the air. Today's the day headbangers celebrate the granddaddies of metal like Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Slayer, and Black Sabbath. It is Metal Day. Okay.
There's nothing happening out there. That's unfortunate. National Sundae Day. Like as in what kind of Sunday?
I don't know.
National Sundae Day. Legend has it that the
Sunday.
first ice cream sundae was served in 1881 at a drugstore in Wisconsin. Back then, it was against the law to serve soda. Really? On Sunday. So an ice cream float vendor replaced the soda with chocolate syrup and called it a sundae. Huh. Finagled around that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Put an A in the word.
Yeah.
Sunday.
That's psychological. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works, right? Hey, tomorrow Jim Johnson's going to be on the show talking about Goblin basketball because that is cranking up. And we'll be talking to him tomorrow and whatever else Dan and I come up with to fill your hour with. We invite you to just come back tomorrow. Okay. How about it? All right, Dan.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, have a great day.